Hi, and welcome to this edition of the Insurance Experts. It's my pleasure to have on the line Claire Aiken. Claire is a marketing expert. I see her as one of my mentors in the marketing realm, and I'm so excited to have her on the line today. Thanks, Claire, for joining us.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first of all, I know you have a background in insurance and financial services. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the industry and into the marketing space.
Sure. So, the reason that I'm so passionate about this industry and that I care so much about financial professionals is that my dad's a financial advisor. So, he started selling life insurance with Prudential in 1971, and he's now a financial advisor with LPL. My first job out of college was in life insurance with Northwestern Mutual. I became a financial advisor. I understand that marketing is really tough, especially in financial services. And I really care about advisors to be able to serve more of the people that they do incredibly important work for. And so I created my business to help independent financial advisors and insurance agents to reach more people through their marketing.
Okay, and what's your business called?
Indigo Marketing Agency. And so we help independent financial advisors and insurance agents, everything from websites, social media, content marketing, webinars, and everything in between.
Very cool. And as you probably know, Buddy INS, the company that this is affiliated with, we actually do marketing for long-term care insurance agents. So very lined up. I experience this every day. Agents struggle with their marketing. They're really good at point of sale, but the digital marketing aspects and getting their name out there and getting meetings booked can be really helped by a person like Claire. So I wanted to ask you a little bit more about how do you help the advisors out there? I would say, who's your typical target market client that you work with?
Yeah, so most of our advisors or our insurance agents are kind of smaller guys. So maybe there's one person in the office, maybe they have an assistant, or maybe they have a partner, less than five people in their office. They can't afford to bring somebody on full time, yet they're incredibly busy running their business, doing everything from sales to client service to, accounting. And they just don't have the time or the skill set to do digital marketing, which has become incredibly complex from a technology perspective just in the last 5 to 10 years.
Right. So let's say you had to give your number one tip for an agent that's trying to turn their practice more into a virtual practice and have that marketing going 24/7 for them. What would that tip be?
Yeah, so it's a little bit counterintuitive, but I encourage all of the advisors or insurance agents out there to specialize. So, embracing a specialty can do a lot of things for your marketing. First of all, it makes your marketing a lot more effective because we know where to find the people that you're targeting, right? Second of all, you can charge a premium. Third, you're more referable because people look at you as an expert in your area of expertise and they refer you because you can solve the problem that their friend, family member, or coworker is facing. And so you don't have to embrace a specialty just in your entire business, but you could only embrace a specialty through your marketing and figure out who you serve, how you help them, and what is the one urgent problem that you solve for this specific group of people. And so that's incredibly powerful if you do that just for your marketing message.
Yeah, and I can personally attest to this. Many of you out there watching this video know me as the long-term care guy, right? Because that's where I spent the majority of my career. But because I was so laser focused on that, people know where to find me and why they should be reaching out to me. And so absolutely, if you can, make sure you focus on a niche. In fact, I think I learned this term from you. The riches are in the niches, right? That's something that I heard you coin in one of your
Yep.
webinars.
Yeah, and I think I borrowed it from somebody else, but it is so true. If you want to serve a high net worth base of clients, you really have to be a specialist. If you were facing a life-threatening health problem, would you go to a general doctor or a specialist? Everybody wants to work with a specialist, and so that's really where it's at in marketing today.
Okay, so let's say the agents out there are interested in doing more digital marketing. Where do they kind of begin? Do they begin with their website, webinars? Exactly where do you kind of start them off?
Yeah, so in a perfect world, you want to have an entire marketing funnel built around your specialty. So you want to have an incredible website that as soon as people get there, they understand what you do, who you serve, and how you help. We want to have it so that it's really easy for them to take the next step with you by watching a webinar that explains why you started your business, why you're passionate about it, the problems that your clients are facing, and how you solve those problems. And then it includes a really easy way for them to schedule a call with you to ask questions about their specific situation. And then, of course, you want to have ongoing marketing through your email marketing. And so anytime someone gets to your website, they see your webinar, they get on your email list, and they get your content that's laser focused and relevant to them, because you're talking about the things they care about, because you know exactly who they are. And then of course we build out all of your social media profiles, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. So we're always promoting your content and your webinars on social media and by email.
Very cool. Okay, so let's kind of take this to like a client case study level. I know that you work with a lot of advisors, a lot of insurance agents out there. Why don't you tell us about one of the agents that's worked with you recently?
Yeah, so one of the agents that does a great job of marketing for a specialty is an insurance agent that works with physicians who run their own small practices. And so these people are incredibly busy. They're always on call. A lot of the physicians he works with are OBGYNs. And so they're delivering babies at a moment's notice. So they literally are working all the time. And so they don't have a lot of time to work on their financial planning or their insurance needs, but they have incredibly complex insurance needs. So they need everything from, huge life insurance policies to disability insurance is probably the most important thing they can get. Even workers' comp insurance for the people that work for them, a liability policy for their business, malpractice insurance, even a fidelity bond for their company 401k. So there's just all this complexity that this insurance agent completely understands. So when they meet him or when they're referred to him, they don't need to explain to him, hey, I'm a physician and I own my own practice. He gets it. He's going to do an audit of all of their insurance policies and point out where the holes are. And his content marketing is relevant to them because they're thinking, do I need an umbrella policy for my physician practice? And he has all of the case studies and all of the pros and cons about, which policy they should get. And so it's laser focused marketing that is radically relevant to his target audience that happen to be super high earners with complex insurance needs. So that's just a good example of specializing, so you can work with people you love working with, and you can give them A+ service because you know exactly what their needs are.
Yeah, and you didn't know this, Claire, before we did this interview, but my 3 uncles are actually OBGYN doctors. So you really actually resonated with my family at the same time.
Yeah, they're very busy.
So let's say you had one tip to give out there in terms of improving marketing. What would be kind of your one best practice tip?
So, today in 2020, I think the thing that I would recommend for all insurance agents and advisors out there is to start thinking about creating a webinar. So webinars are incredibly scalable, and it's, a relatively small investment of your time and money to create a webinar that runs automatically 24/7 on your website. So people could go to your website, they can register for the next time slot available. They think that the webinar is live, but of course it's recorded. They get reminders that, hey, it's going to start tomorrow. Hey, it starts in an hour. Then they can watch it at the designated time, or they can watch the replay that they get emailed to them the next day. And then they get a follow-up series of emails encouraging them to schedule a time to speak with you. So if you've done seminar marketing in the past, you should also translate that into a webinar on your site. And if you've never thought about doing seminar marketing, a webinar is a great way to record it one time and then have it running all the time on your website. It's just a great marketing asset to have.
Yeah, and I love doing webinars. It's for those of you that know me, I've done hundreds, maybe thousands of webinars, and having them, available 24/7 is really helpful for your consistency. And as we have talked about, consistency is key with everything you do marketing wise. Well, thanks for joining us today. I do want to kind of give you a plug for anybody that wants to learn more about this. Claire wrote a book on it. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll put a link in this article. Literally, she goes through all of the things we've talked about, how to set up webinars. I'm so grateful to you for sharing all your knowledge with people out there. So we hope to have you on future episodes as well. Thanks for joining us.
Great. Thanks for having me.